Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm the King, and welcome back to the channel. We have a lot of more information to cover. I was going to upload my Rift video yesterday and we had Dead by Daylight information. I was going to do it today and now we have more Dead by Daylight information. So we're going to save the two videos for tomorrow. Let's talk about what we received. We received a developer update for November of 2019. Now there's quite a few things in here. I'll leave the full article or forums post down in the description for you guys to read it all yourself if you guys are curious, but I want to focus on one part and one part specifically. Everything else you can read for yourself, and I think Polyester is actually going to talk about some things as well, so you can check his channel for some more. Let's talk about the spirit changes. Oh my, there are so many good things about what they've done, and I can't wait to try this out in the PTB. So let's go ahead and read his forums post. The last thing we like to talk about today are the changes coming to the spirit in the 3.4.0 update. The first major thing that they are changing is collision during Yamaoka's haunting. Currently, the spirit maintains her collision while using her power, since phasing prevents the spirit from seeing survivors. Anytime she bumps into something she can't see, she immediately knows that a survivor is there. This takes a big part of the skill and counterplay out of the equation, allowing her to know exactly where someone is before reappearing. With this in mind, we have removed collision from the spirit while using her power. This is great. Now you can actually have counterplay, and you can do a bunch of other things while the spirit's gonna have to play more of a guessing game and using sound and other components in order to help her. Let's move on to the next thing. Window vaulting animation. Although the spirit appears to climb through a window from the killer's perspective, a survivor currently sees her stand at the window briefly before phasing through it. This left the survivor with very little time to react, leaving the survivor to guess whether she's actually vaulting the window and hope for the best. The spirit will now play a window vaulting animation from the survivor's perspective. So finally, we're getting that window vault animation, which does take a little bit away from the mind games of what the spirit could do. However, this does make it a little bit better for survivor gameplay because it was one of those things where you honestly didn't know. You could stand at the window and phase and go around, and survivors just didn't know what to do. I think this is a nice change. Let's talk about other things. Adjusted speed curve post phase. The spirit currently retains her phasing speed for a short period of time after exiting her power before returning to her normal 4.4 movement speed. We have altered this curve to be more gradual, similar to the Wraith. So now when the Wraith comes out of uncloaking, he gets that little bit of a speed boost, but it's not as significant if you were to run add-ons, which is pretty good. Now she won't have that super long range if she hits you right out of phasing. Next on the list for the spirit are add-on changes. Now some of these are just regular add-on changes. Obviously the big one here is prayer beads, so we're just going to jump on into that and then we'll talk about some of the other ones and I'll just show you guys the rest. So let's talk about prayer beads. The change to prayer beads is now phasing sound will now be global and can be heard anywhere in the map rather than silent. So instead of it being completely silent and not hearing it at all, you're going to hear it all the time when she's phasing, which is such a significant change because before you just didn't know when she was phasing, now you're going to know exactly when she's phasing. They said by far the most controversial add-on, Prayer Beads Bracelet, would previously hide the sound effect that would play when the spirit is phasing outside of her husk terror radius. This meant that survivors were constantly at risk of being pulled off a generator with no warning or chance to react. By making the sound global, survivors need to be on edge as they won't know whether she's near them. This allows the survivor to choose if they want to take a risk to continue doing what they're doing or if they want to play it safe and move away. These changes will be included in the 3.4.0 update and will also be available for testing in the upcoming PTB. Now, for the PTV, I have heard word that it's going to be next week, maybe on Tuesday. It's not 100% confirmed, but that's the date that's being floated around in the air. Let's talk about the other add-ons as well. The Amulet is something else that I want to touch upon. They removed a recharge rate modifier, increased the haunting duration bonus from 1 to 3.5 seconds, and increased the haunting speed modifier from +10 to -15. And then finally, we have all of the other add-on changes. These were just like the speed bonuses and the charge delays. I used to combine these myself because I absolutely love them, but sadly, they are going to change them. And the same with the other speed boost durations. Now, does this mean the spirit is weak? Does this mean the devs hate killers and they just will continue nerfing them? No, absolutely not. This is more of a balance. This is to make balance on both sides of the equation. As you guys know, I am a killer main, but I am for balance in the game. And this is something that has been a pressing issue. The spirit is really strong. In fact, some people were saying she is the strongest killer, arguably so. Now, removing these add-ons that really had no counterplay to them, removing some of the base abilities on her power really gives you some more counterplay into combating her. Because when playing Survivor, it is extremely hard to do so. So similar to what they did to the nurse, this is just a balance. And if you were playing Spirit relying on these add-ons to improve your gameplay, you're going to have to overcome that now and actually learn how to fully play her. Similar to the nurse, where if you're using Omega Blink just to help you, or the Pinecone add-ons, range add-ons, whatever the case may be, to improve your gameplay, you're actually going to have to go back now and fully learn how to play the Spirit. In no way does this mean she's going to be super bad. She's still going to be one of the best killers in the game. You're just going to have to adapt and overcome. So there you go. Those are the Spirit changes. That is the mini developer update that we did receive. As I said, there's more information in this. You're free to read it. And I know Polyester is going to be talking about some of those exclusive cosmetics, so you guys can take a look at his video for more information on that. As always, I'm the King. I'm also going to have our subathon tomorrow, so make sure you guys do come out, show some support, and you can win some free stuff. So how cool is that? As always, I'm the King. I tip my crown to you guys, and we'll see you in the fog.